It's a story you hear about quite often, thieves targeting air conditioners for copper.
But there is a way to cut down on copper thefts. We're joined by Rick Stivers with Stivers HVAC, and it's good to come in. We appreciate it very much.
Appreciate you having me.
This is a way to kind of really keep a watch on it. It's incredible the number of calls that we hear from the police department and others where the copper is being stolen and evidently then sold, right?
Yeah, it's, you know, there's probably more reported to us that we go on weekly than is actually brought up in the news. So there's several manufacturers coming up with ways to fight back.
So what are those ways? What can you do?
There are two different systems we can get that's on the market now that actually tie into home, business, churches. It ties into their alarm system. So when there's a loss of pressure where they cut the copper lines, or when there's a loss of electricity where they turn the power off to the unit, it immediately can send an alert to your smartphone or call the police, however you want it set up. But either way, you know there's tampering or whatever. And it doesn't look as bad as the big cages that everybody's putting around them. You know, it's just so hard to service everything because they weigh so much.
Well, the alarm companies usually let the police or the customer know that that is the particular issue?
That's correct. They'll say, you know, there's an alarm on sensor 1, which is an air conditioner. And generally what the thieves try to target is a place that has more than one. So usually it's less residential and more churches, businesses, things like that, where they can try to get as much as they can.
And they really can do a lot of damage. It can be very costly.
Very quick. Usually for them to get no more reward for what they take, it costs the business owners leaps and bounds above what their reward is for stealing.
And sometimes that's covered by insurance and sometimes not.
Sometimes
right?
it's not. There's been a change in refrigerants that's used in the units. So nowadays if somebody steals a unit that's 10 years old, most of the time it's at the homeowner's cost to replace the inside unit to match the new refrigerant.
Do you have to have the copper in those units to get proper chilling or whatever?
Yes, there's two different ways. There's copper and aluminum. The aluminum units get stole less because aluminum's at less value, but you still rely on the copper to transfer it from the inside to the outside unit. So unfortunately, there's really not a good fix to getting away from the copper.
All right, so if folks want more information, give you a call.
Yes.
Check it out.
Yeah.
All right.